Okay, so here we are with our Mega Latias deck, and we are primarily focused on this big boy, so basic with 280 HP, and really focusing on that first attack, Strafe. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, but we are combining it with the poison package. So we've got the Brute Bonnet with the Toxic Powder. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule attached, you may make both active Pokemon poisoned. And that tool is a mouthful, but that is how you activate the ability, and you can do it from the bench, which is great. So what you can do is you can activate the ability with Latias in the starting point, attach the binding mochi to it. Now it's poisoned, do an extra 40 for 1 energy, doing 80. Both of them are poisoned, but when you use Strafe, you switch to the bench, and so poison for you goes away, and then you retreat into Pecharunt. So this baby Pecharunt, Toxic Subjugation, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, put 5 more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon during Pokemon checkup. And there have been times it's happened to me. If you play on the ladder at all, it's probably happened to you as well. You're just starting off, this deck likes to go first, and you have all this poison shenanigans go on. If you've got just the one Pokemon in the active with no backup, you can literally lose the game before you have a chance to do anything. So it's a nasty combo. We're going to try to pull that off here, but let's say the attack, the game doesn't end that way. We've got a bunch of other things in here to kind of facilitate moving around. You've got the Pecharunt EX for the Subjugating Chains. Once during your turn, you may switch one of your bench Dark Pokemon, except any Pecharunt EX, with your active Pokemon. If you do, the new active Pokemon is now poisoned. You can't use more than one Subjugating Chains ability each turn. So just once. And I have seen builds of this where they include the Yveltal as well. That's been a really big combo that's come out. You chains the Yveltal and then use Yveltal to free retreat. We've also got the Latias EX to free retreat for any of the basics, and that is going to work for all of the Pokemon in this deck. It is basic only. You've got a Lily's Clefairy to deal with other dragons. We got a Monkey Dory to move over some damage. And we've got a Mimikyu to wall against EX Pokemon, so you can do your poison, strafe, retreat into Mimikyu if you don't have your Pecharunt, or if you want to keep your Pecharunt alive and the opposing Pokemon is EX and they can't do anything to you, they just tick for poison damage. Speaking of ticking for poison damage, you want the Perilous Jungle in play during Pokemon Checkup. Put 2 more damage counters on each poisoned non-dark Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. So what else we got here? So you got your Ditto for Transformative Start. You've got your Squawk ability for Squawk and Seize. There's also Pheasantipity. Draw 3 if they knocked out a Pokemon on their last turn. And then you've also got the Blood Moon Ursaluna EX to help finish out games if you don't get the super early knockout. And speaking of super early, you want to go first, because if you can get that quick win, that's what you're going for here. So Carmine to load up. The opener for this game almost feels like the open for Ceruledge. You Squawk and Seize, you Carmine, you get as much of your stuff in play as early as possible. And then you move on to the next bit of the puzzle. And the A-Spec here is the secret box, because it lets you search for an item, a tool, a supporter, and a stadium. So there's your Nest Ball for Brute Bonnet or Pecharunt, your Ancient Booster Capsule, your Perilous Jungle, and then what other supporter you need, whether it's a Lily's Determination or what else we got? There's also Boss's Orders, Carmine, of course, if it's turn 1, Crispin, Judge, which is different from Iono because you're trying to get ahead on prizes. So Iono if you're ahead on prize, it hits you worse than your opponent. Judge means you both go to 4. And then the lilies, like I mentioned. And the Crispin is here because your energy spread actually does allow you to use Mega Latias' second attack if necessary. So for 1 fire, 1 psychic, and anything else, illusory impulse, discard all energy from this Pokemon, hit for 300 damage. So all the pieces are here to do a lot of different things. It seems like it'll be a lot of fun, so hopefully this deck can get me some wins. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, we've got someone who is higher up the ladder than us. Not by a whole lot, but let's see what they're running. Opponent 1 and deciding who goes first. I will go first. This is why I love a go first deck. Alright, and that is not a bad setup. Wow, okay. So not the Pokemon I need, but I got 3 nest balls. That's insane. So, okay, it looks like they've got a Festival Lead deck with the Precious Trolley. Yeah, I can literally nest ball for the 3 basics I need. Ancient Booster, then Carmine, and cross my fingers for the Stadium. Oh yeah, and I get the extra card for... Oh wow, and I get the Squawkabilly. Okay, there is no way I don't get everything I need in this first turn. Oh, and poor little Applin with 40 health. Oh my gosh, and I top decked the jungle. Are you kidding me? I will be able to get everything in play and not have to Squawk or Carmine. The only way this would not have worked is if I prized maybe both of the Petrunts. Oh, yep. He sees the sad face. He knows exactly what's coming. There's the Petrunt. I prized one of them. Luckily not both. And then we'll nest ball for the Latias to free retreat. Retreat I shall. And that's it. I literally don't have to Squawk or Carmine. Toxic Powder. And he conceded. Aw, man, you didn't let me do the thing. I don't blame him, though. It's a kind of a lame way to lose. But it's a fun way to win. And we get up a ladder rank.